How you going out there, fellow YouTubers and race car drivers? So, Daniel from Stewart's Racing. We are pulling an engine out. Stay tuned. So I skipped ahead a little bit, just done a bit of the boring stuff, like took the exhaust off, tail shaft loops and all that sort of stuff. Jesse boys getting into the engine crane to pull the motor out. Then we'll split the box, wrap the engine up. I'll take the power steering pump and stuff off, alternator and that for the new engine, and wrap this motor up, seal it up. Hopefully have everything done by Sunday and then run this cage out to Shane's work. We'll run it out to Shane's work. Just take all the good stuff off this. It's sort of how we roll. There's not much that I can sort of show you. If you've raced before, you've all sort of done this stuff before, especially in the standard saloon world. That'll do, bud. Should be high enough. Yeah. Jesse wants to show you a bit of what he did.
I've been working on this car and I did that part and that part up there and right there and the other part down here. I did both of them.
Alan?
Yep.
Yeah, so as Jess said, he's been working on the new body. He's just taking the grill and stuff out, which we're not allowed to run. The oldest, she's in making a cuppa. She took the carby off this. Pretty keen to put this in the new body. I'm going to change a little bit. I'm just going to change the way my seat is. I'm going to get it over a bit more, which I never did that with this season, just with time and stuff. So I cut seat brackets and everything out of this, start again, which is a bit annoying. As I said, I like clean cages and stuff like that, so just sort of take your time, I suppose, but we've got to move everything over. The biggest issue is just cutting all this bracketry and stuff out just to move the seat over. The problem I don't like, it's probably better to show you from the front. There's a lot of cars out there that do it, and I'm a bit guilty. But the seat sort of sits out a bit past the cage, which I don't really like. Sometimes it's hard to do it. It's very difficult to get right. Sometimes it's just impossible, physically impossible to get the seat all the way inside the car. It's not going to happen. But we can move over 2 inches. Make it a bit better for the driver, just to go a bit closer, and I can actually feel sitting in the seat that it's not over as far as I would like. So it's just another thing we'll tackle with the cage. I played around with the switch panel box, as I sort of said. I'm still up in the air on where to put that. It's a bit difficult, but I want to get it off the floor so I can hide all them wires and stuff. That's what we're after, but yeah, stay tuned. Mr. Carburetor, just walking around trying to find more stuff to do. Yeah, let's pull this motor out. Well, we're back again. Here she is, Big Donk, half out.
Big donkey.
It's good thing. What we're going to do is just take the power steering pump off, engine mounts. Found a missing bolt for the engine mount. Just take the good stuff off this. That's the plan. Alternator, I think the alternator's done a few seasons now. I might just throw that one in the bin as well. Big gearbox. I think it's done a seal. There's a lot of oil up on top of that selector, which I never noticed before. While it's running around, don't hop under the motor next time, bud. in case them chains snap, it will squish you like a bug. Jesse boy daydreaming. Can't wait for the day he gets in. You're gonna destroy everyone.
I'm just gonna go.
Good job. It's better than half the people out there. You'll fit in real nice. But no, that's it, girl. That's, yeah, motor's out. As I said, just take a few parts and that off it. Just sticky tape this off. This, I'm going to leave the top on it. I'm going to get a new one. Yeah. Getting there, guys. Not much more. Just I got to get. It's a little bit tricky with this one because I've got to get all the brake lines off for the new one. Master cylinder, brakes, the whole lot. This, I think I said on the last one maybe. I'll take the rack because we just put this rack in it. If you didn't watch the last video, we just put this new rack in. The K-frame will stay in because it's bent. Everything else will come off. I think the hardest thing is putting on the trailer. But what I do is dismantle the front and just use the engine crane and put it just over in Shane's Bay, reverse the trailer down, up over the wheels. The wheels will go up the trailer, everything like that. That's sort of how I do it. Or the other way that's been done in the past, cut the car in half, get someone to help you, lift half the car on and lift the other half of the car on. I mean, there's nothing there once the roof's done. And I've got my saber saw, so I just chop it in half and send it. Yeah, so that's it. Yeah, there's not much to say. I want to give you as much content as I can, but yeah, it's just a resale. For me, it's pretty easy. It's pretty simple. Anyone else got any issues or how to do things or go about things? As I said, I can do the whole car with this engine crane. It's enough to pick the cage up. But I've been fortunate enough to, last couple I've done, I've just cut that rear bar work off. It's cheap. I think it's $80 to go and get a couple of lengths, and pipe bender. That I'm pretty knowledgeable with that stuff too. So for me, I find it easy. But that's it. All it is. She's nothing special. Nothing to hide on it. As all the beady eyes, as I sort of wanted to show you there. Nothing special. But yeah, that's her. All out. Just gonna leave it where it is now, so it's up at head height to take some stuff off and go from there. I done a little bit, you've missed a little bit. So, well, you've seen the motor come out, but motor's out. I'm just gonna do a couple of more things under the bonnet. Brake lines are out. I'm just going to do the rear brake line, and then that's the center of the car. And it's a bit hard to film the whole lot, so I'll just show you before and after. But the whole cage is separated. What a nightmare! By the book, it's 3 spots, 100mm welds, or 10 centimeters long. Yeah, this thing was welded in every nook and cranny you could find. It was that bloody hard to separate the cage, but it's loose now, so all the wiring's out, battery and everything comes out of the cage. It should be fine. I'll move that now. As I said, the reason why I replaced that is to get the battery lower, and I had to cut it out anyway to get the battery bracket in, which it's just, I don't like that it sits that high, so that's why we've done that. Seats out. Yeah, let's pull this cage out. I'll get me engine crane out. That's how I roll. I've done a few of them like that now. The middle pillar, just got to move it back a bit. That's enough for it to come out pretty easy. Stay tuned, guys. Hey. So we're semi out. I'll do a bit of a time lapse. I had one bloody weld somewhere. Like, took me a while, and then I just kept jacking. It was either going to be break that, or break the chain, do something, and then a big twang, and bang, she popped out. So I'll put you on time lapse and just show you how you can sort of do this at home. Yeah, to do it yourself. The worst thing, you just got to worry about your scatter shield, because if you bend them, it's a nightmare to get back in. But yeah, I'll chuck you on time lapse and show you how I sort of weave it out. But as I said, like, I cut these rear bars off. It's something you can maybe do, because you can plate these and bolt them. It's something you could do and go that way, but it's probably the gap, the distance between the two, that makes it a lot easier to get out. But never mind, time lapse, and I'll wiggle this out. Got one small little issue. It's not an issue. As I said, I was gonna cut that battery. If I cut the battery box off, it'd be all out. But you see, like, just being lazy. Got the battery and everything in it. Just here, just a touch too tight on that. So I'll just nip that off, and she should come straight out. There she is, cage out. That easy, by yourself. Just give you something to look at. Like, don't get me wrong, like, here, a couple of other people here to help would be, well, I wouldn't say it'd be too much of a good thing. I mean, that's pretty easy. I've done a few like that now, and that's more than enough. Had enough room to pass the sill, chain up through the center. That's all you need. As I said, I'm going to cut the seat brackets and bars out. I'll have to cut both of these off to move them in. I'll cut this bracket off. Originally, the plan was to put two of the same seats in, but times changed, so we'll get another Kirky. Just that seat come with Shane's car, so we'll get out of that. A couple of things we're just going to clean up, a couple of welds that are missed, which is expected on a cage that's never come out. As I said, everyone misses a bit. I knew that was like that. I felt safe. A couple of little welds here. I had to change these, which they weren't. They were just not as big as what I wanted. That's what she said. But yeah, cage is out. It's not much. A little bit of rust and that on it, but yeah, happy days. Sort of the body. I'm going to probably leave it the way it is. I'm just going to pull the tank and that out. Got the fuel line out, pedal box, power steering, reservoir, booster and everything. It's got to come out, and then we might put it on the trailer and go to Shane's work. It's good. Shane's scrappy, so we can flip it up upside down, and I'll take all the struts and everything out of it, and then throw the body away. Then yeah, but that's it. Part 3 or whatever it is. I don't think you need to know what's into the house apart from that, so hopefully I can be bothered to do a bit in 2 weeks, show you a bit more. But all it is just the tank out, fuel pumps and that out, fuel pump out. Everyone's done that, but I just wanted to show you is that it can be done by yourself. All you need is an engine crane, which you need to pull your engine out anyway, so keep the engine crane, whoever you borrowed it off, but you can pull the cage out just with an engine crane. This is not the first time I've done it either. Yeah, so it can be done. It's that easy. I think it was easy, just one little tack weld that was stuck. But as I said, I never built this car. When we built them, yeah, we were sort of bolting down the bare minimum, and don't put them in hard spots to bolt them down. I'll weld them in or bolt them, either. Always make it easier for whether you sell it for someone else or easier for when you do it again. That's it. We got the cage ready. I'll show you a bit of the cage, what we've done, and you know, here at my house we live in the real world, so there's always bits and pieces of a cage you miss when you go to put a cage together. That's the real world. So cage is all ready to go in the new rocket. As I said, I had to cut the quarter vent window out to get my seat out. It's a bit big, but just a few little welds we had to clean up on the cage that were missed. These ones were me, because I made me foot protection bar work bigger. Cut all my seat brackets and stuff out, ground it all back. It's a lot easier to do this kind of stuff when the cage is out. So the cage is looking smick. Had to do a couple little changes on the back of the seat. What we're going to do with this cage is I was going to run 2 of them Cobra seats for the passenger and the driver, but I changed my mind. I wasn't going to run one and then with the other half, and for Emily to hop in, we just put this seat in that Shane got for her to jump in. So I made everything to suit that Cobra seat. Sorry, camera's about to fall over my hands. Yeah, I made all them brackets and everything. So I unbolted the driver's seat, put it in the passenger seat, made all the seat brackets and everything up to suit that. And then had to change it to just be a bit better. The seatbelt mounts were a bit wide and they just rubbed on the inside of the seat. So I'm going to change them, put them in as well. Cut the battery box off. As I said, I'm going to put that a lot lower in the car because we cut out the back floor stitching. It just was sat too high. I don't understand. That was already in the car when we brought it. As I said, this is a Hayden cage, beautiful cage. It's really good. But that's probably going to be it for this one. Just gives you something. I might be able to get this up a bit earlier than the 2 weeks. As I sort of said, I like to do every week, and just I don't know what I'm going to do. It depends on how cold it is and that outside. But full steam ahead. I want to be out for practice day. It's something I've never done. We sort of always come out about Christmas time, just with having the car ready to go. So that's my goal this year. I want to be ready to rock and roll first meeting out, practice day. So just a little bit here and there and it'll be done. Might go get Jack. Jack can help me slide the cage in. Whoop, hiding from you. And yeah, but the body's good, the cage is ready to go in. So that'll be the next step. Next vlog will be of me putting the cage in, how I'll go about cutting the roof off and welding up and stuff like that. Yeah, it is what it is. Shout out to everyone that's subscribed so far and all the likes and comments and views and everything. Keep up the good work. Hope you like what you see. And if you do, and if you haven't yet, push that button. Like, subscribe and comment away. As I said, any help. Got some big plans coming up soon with the car, and just different direction we're going to go with it. But yeah, nothing too big, still standards, but all will be revealed in due time. Righto guys, see you on the next ones. Love ya, bye.